All right. Step 7, options close. Okay, went through the financial inventory in the last step. Again, let's say that they're healthy enough to do Americo. You start the app, send them the first code, and you get a green light. Okay. Mary, awesome. We just got a thumbs up on your prescriptions. Now we're going to take that with a grain of salt. Technically, they could deny us at the end, but this is typically a good sign. Bear with me just 1 second here. I'm going to have you jot down a couple of options so that you can pick one to apply for. Okay. Now, we can dig into more. What options do we show them? How do we build value? How do we get more premium? To keep it simple, let's say we want to show them 3 options: 20,000, 15,000, and 10,000. Okay, this is how we write one option. Okay, this is how it's going to sound. All right, Mary, go ahead and grab that pen and paper. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, write down 20,000, and over to the right of that, write natural. Okay, right beneath that, write 40,000, and over to the right of that, write accidental. Okay, and then lastly, beneath the 40,000, write 10,000, and over to the right of that, write terminal. Okay, so it should look like 20,000 natural, 40,000 accidental, 10,000 terminal. Now, part of the reason we start with Americo, Mary, is because they have double accidental and they include a 50% terminal illness rider at no charge. So the way it'll work, this is our highest option, the 20,000. Okay, if this is the one you pick and get approved for, if you die of natural causes, they're going to pay out 20 grand. Okay, now if you die of an accident, they're going to double it and they'll pay 40. Okay, now lastly, let's say you get approved for the 20,000 and then God forbid one day you get diagnosed terminally ill. You can have Americo send you a check for 50% of your policy cash, penalty free. Okay, so if you have this and you get sick, half of 20 is 10. You can have Americo send you a check for 10,000. You can spend it however you want, and then when you pass away, they'll pay the remaining 10,000 to your beneficiary. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions at all on how it's structured? Okay, great. Just keep in mind, every option I show you is the same way. To save you time, I won't have you write them each time, but whatever the natural coverage is, double it for accident, cut it in half for terminal. Okay? So that one's the highest, and then we're going to work our way down, Mary. The 20,000 is 106. Notice how I don't say cents, right? 106.12. Just say 106. Okay, 20,000 is 106, Mary. Okay, moving down, you've got 15,000 natural. Okay, that one's 87 a month. Okay, did you get that? All right, great. And then lastly, you've got 10,000 natural. And that one is 72 a month. Okay. Now, lastly, Mary, any of these will cover cremation. Okay, if you die tomorrow, they'll cover the cremation. The higher you go is really just to protect against any inflation and then leave some money behind to cover your daughter's travel, to cover the mortgage for a couple of months while she works to sell it, to make sure your husband can pay bills after you pass away and he loses your income, right? That the higher you go, you're able to do that stuff. But at the very least, even with the lowest option, you can cover cremation, right? Anyway, which one of these makes the most sense to try to get approved for? And then we shut up. Which one of these makes the most sense to try to get approved for? First one to talk loses. So after we ask that question, we shut up and let them tell us. They say 10,000, we say, we don't get excited, we don't act any different, we just say, sure. Let's start with the 10, and then just keep in mind, Mary, all we're trying to do today is get approved. What I would say is in 6 months, maybe a year from now, we touch base, kind of see where you're at. If you ever want to add to that 10,000, we always can. You'll have my number. You can always reach out directly if you need to change something. But today you want to just start with the 10,000? Okay, perfect. And then we go into the Americo app, we go back and we make sure that the coverage amount matches what they picked. We got to go back to the third page and change that. Make sure that matches, fill out the last couple of pages, bam. That's it. When we ask for banking, we just want to be very, very confident. Hey, Mary, who do you bank with? Okay, we Google Bank of America Arizona routing number, right? We Google that as she's telling us. Okay, Mary, got it. You're with Bank of America in Arizona? Perfect. I've got the routing number. I need to confirm that with you, and then I need you to please give me the account number. We're going to confirm the routing number we found on Google and then have her give us her account number. In our financial inventory, we're always going to write down the routing and account number. We want that written. We want that information saved. Always write their number down on our financial inventory. And then that's it. If they get approved, congratulations. All these carriers are good. You tell the truth and pay your premiums. You'll never have an issue with any of these companies. But the way that I've seen Americo or whatever the carrier is, American Amicable, Mutual of Omaha, whatever, the way I've seen them treat families and handle death claims, I've always been very impressed. You're in great hands. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to email you over a bunch of brochures and a summary of what we submitted for. And in about a week, you'll get the policy. Please write down my direct number. If you need anything at all, you've been such a sweetheart. I appreciate you being genuine. If you need anything, don't hesitate to call or text me, okay? I'm not going anywhere. You can always reach out if you need help. And that's it. End it on a good note and collect that money, baby.